So I'll read out what I'm doing. So I'm going to start infinitum, and I just have to enter an sh file. So I say in .blobcity.sh. Not sure if you can scale this up better. That's fine. Okay. So the database is starting, but I'm zoomed in. That's the problem. So it basically took just a second to start. Okay, 1 second to start it, and we'll keep this running here. Now I'm going to connect to this using the command line interface. So let's see what I'll be doing is I'm going to do it over telnet, localhost, and the port number, and then I can enter the username password, and I'm in. Now I can do create database. Let me create a database first. This is a fresh install, right? So let's say I call the database test, and then I'm creating a table. So let's say I create a table called something because, so I'll say create table test dot something. That is, this is readable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So test dot something, and I need the column name. So let's say it's a user ID, okay, of a user, and it has a string type, and it has to be unique, and I want it auto-defined of type, say, UUID, okay, which is a 36 character universal unique number. So it added a column. Sorry, what did I do? Okay, that's okay. It ignored the parameters. So I have to do add column inside test dot something. So these parameters, the rest are ignored, right? So string unique UUID, right? I can do add column. Let's say test dot something. Column is name, data type is string, and we don't want it indexed. And of course, its name is not auto-defined. Right, so we have it here. I've created this table, right? That's it. It's that as simple as that. And I'm going to go back to this console and leave it open, right? And now coming to how do you actually write code inside this is this is readable. Okay, so I have an entity class. Okay. And that's how simple the entity class looks. So this entity class maps to the table that was created, and it's called something. And it has two fields, UID and name, UID being marked as primary. So you can see there's no boilerplate code, only the necessary annotations are put. The unnecessary ones are smartly ignored, and they are automatically inferred by the system. So I go to this class, and I'm going to show you how do I write. So I've created the basic structure for executing operations in parallel and to measure the time it takes. Okay. So let's say I'm going to try inserting about 10,000 items. So I is equal to 0 to I less than 10,000, I plus plus, okay? And that's 10,000 items across ACID insert transactions. Okay, so it's 10,000 independent insert queries. It's not a bulk import. So I create an object of the entity. Okay, and I say something dot set name. I need a random name. So let's say I take a UUID dot random UUID dot toString. Fair enough. And if you noticed, this something actually extends a cloud storage class. This class has the magic built into it. So I can do something dot insert. Right, and that insert function is pre-implemented inside the cloud storage. And so I'm actually now going to do something dot insert because I'm doing it down here inside the run method. I want to insert in parallel instead of single inserts. So I'll do parallel dot submit new parallel and the object something. Okay, that's just going to execute it in parallel for me. And I'm going to wait till all have executed. So I'm going to say parallel dot shutdown, okay, and wait till all the inserts are executed. So I'm going to submit 10,000 jobs for insert, see how much time it takes to do, okay. And let me run this. So as soon as I start running this, you can see this data that's going in, inserts that are going in. Any guesses how much time it will take? It's 10,000 independent insert queries on a single node. How much time? 15 seconds? Okay, it's more than that. Okay, it's 10,000 ACID transactions, okay, that are happening.
that qualified for the semi-finals that was played this morning, of which we have the final four people that have qualified for the finals, and we would like to invite each on stage. Can we have Rupesh Dhiya from SAP India? Round of applause. Anuradha Shinoy, BPCL Mumbai. Congratulations. Mr. Vinesh Goenkar, Dell Bangalore. Congrats to you as well. Mr. Rama Guruharan, Dell Bangalore again. We have Mohan and Ms. Supriya Tandon from HP who will be hosting the finals here and will explain the format as to how it goes. So over to you. Yeah.
Arjun, right? Thank you, Arjun. And firstly, hello everybody, and congratulations to each of these four individual winners. I did go through the question paper and must admit that at least the one that I went through in the morning wasn't an easy one. And so with that, we thought, since you've already done so much of hard work, right from multiple choice questions to paragraphs and 3 marks and 20 marks and 5 marks, pardon me if it is not 20, but it seemed like 20 to me. So with that kind of hard work, I think what we are going to be starting here actually is more simple stuff. We're going to keep it simple. But the thing lies in how fast you can actually retrieve all the information overload that is there in our minds, in our brains, retrieve that to the best and then answer, right? Closest answer to the correct answer. As we all know in analytics, each problem has multiple solutions, but the best solution is what we try and go for, right? Goodness of fit, as you might call it. So with that, we begin. There will be 3 to 4 rounds that we have planned here, of which some rounds are passing rounds, some rounds will not be passed. And we will start with our first round. And incidentally, the first round is called a U-turn, right? And the reason it's called a U-turn is because normally when you have rapid fire questions which are done at the end, we are going to start with rapid fire, right? Just to show that speed, agility, jump start is what that matters, so we go off to that start. With that, we move to the first question. Well, before that, I think, yes, Arjun told me to do some formalities. To name the teams, yes. So can we have each individually, please, naming, instead of being called A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4, can we have some identity?
Yeah, this is Team Vigo. Vigo, V-I-G-O.
It's a team name which was given earlier?
Any name.
So, no, I didn't get it. To two in a team, or it's an individual team?
Individually, just
team.
name yourself. Essentially,
Okay.
instead of having A, B, C, D, just
Energy.
or your names. Anuradha is energy.
Yeah.
Vibrant energy, okay?
Guru.
Guru. Guru from Dell.
Team Om. Team Om from SAP. OM.
So let me memorize. Vigo, energy, Guru, and Om, right? Okay, great. Anything else that I'm missing before we start? Okay, so we move off to a flying start, yeah? Yes, so each question here that we will have will carry 10 marks. There is no negative marking, so you don't lose any points. However, this round is not a passing round, so each individual gets 3 questions which you have to answer within 1 minute. Each question carries 10 marks, and if you're not able to answer, so be it. It is not passed to the next individual, right? Okay, so we start with Team Vigo, with my friend Vigo. Okay.
All right, let's get started.
That's the first question. What are the different types of business analytics that we commonly are aware of?
Is the descriptive, the prescriptive, and predictive?
Absolutely right. We move to the next question. Which are the world-renowned analytics forums which support analytical organizations? Name at least 2. It's a 1-minute round. You got 3 questions. Informs, are we time up? 13. Yeah, okay. I thought I'm done. Informs and Predictive Analytics World Organization. The third question, what is common accomplishment of these gentlemen? This must be an easy one.
Directors of various analytical firms?
Well, I mean, they are fairly senior people, yes.
Right.
So this is an accomplishment, but they all have a common theme. Time up, my friend. Well, they are in the list of top 10 influential leaders in the analytics world as per an India Analytics magazine in 2014. Can we move to the energetic person? Yes. Energy. What is social media analytics? Quickly.
It's about analyzing the data that gets captured through social media, like Facebook, Twitter.
Right, and
Yeah.
what kind of data? I need some.
Yeah, tweets maybe, or comments, social media, that is.
Fair
people-
enough, I'll
yeah.
give that to you. Basically, collection of structured, unstructured data through social media platforms. The next question. Can you identify this picture and describe this context? It's a very, very famous visualization that is done in the that is used in the analytics world.
It's of course a map.
Yes, map to indicate what?
To indicate traffic.
Time, so I think
No.
Would you want to
try the next
go to the
question,
next
come back.
question?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
This is a map. This is a John Snow's cholera map, and it was used to describe cholera-related deaths in London. I think we have to move faster, maybe.
Okay. All right. So,
Can we move to Guru?
so should we go to the
Just go to the next question. First question. I think we'll make sure that I also go fast and you also go fast, so that. What are the 3 elements of big data mentioned in this statement below? More than 10 billion photos uploaded every day in either Facebook or other photo sharing sites. 3 elements of big data mentioned.
Volume, variety, velocity.
Absolutely right. Volume, velocity, and variety. Next question. Identify this person and what is the significance of this visualization?
It's about average mortality rate captured over the years across all the countries in the world.
Who is the person? This answer isn't close.
I will come back to the question later. Let me take the third question.
If you don't, then we'll have to move on to the next question.
Some analytics professor of popular university, but I don't remember the name exactly.
Okay, I'll take it as a no. The person is John Hansling and Rosling, and the software here is Gapminder from Trend Visualizer, which has been taken by Google. We move to the third question. What is the maximum character of SAS library name?
Unlimited?
Sorry?
Unlimited?
No. It starts with an alphabet and it is maximum 8 characters. See, these are very simple things that we do in our daily lives. Okay, my friend Om, we move to your first question. Who is one of the main authors, okay, of the book, The Ultimate Question, and what was his contribution? It's a very important contribution here.
Pass.
Okay, the main author is Fred Reichheld, and he's the one who created Net Promoter System. Right? We move to the next one. What is the technique used by Google for page ranking?
Google actually uses predictive analysis techniques, and then for page ranking, they basically use the indexing features.
I'm looking for a term that I don't take it as an answer. The term is Markov chain. It's based on Markov theory. Next question. Identify this personality and significance that is associated with his name. There's an award based on this name.
running running short of time.
We are running out of time. I've just, Sadiq has,
Sorry, no idea.
this gentleman, have you heard of Franz Edelman? The Edelman Award? Father of Operations Research and Analytics. So that was our first round. Would you want to have a recap of the scores or shall we move on to the next round?
Yeah, let's have a recap. So, Vigo, Energy and Guru are around 10 and Team Home is on 0.
Right,
Good, we have things to catch up, interesting rounds to come. We move to the second round, which is, I'll tell, I'm come to that, which is your choice. Let me explain the round before we actually move to the round. It's called your choice. You'll be given 3 categories. You can choose a category, and the same category can be chosen more than once as well, right? You can choose the category, and you have to answer the question related to that, within that category, one question within 15 seconds, okay? If you don't, if for example, Vigo is unable to answer, then in this case, it gets passed on, right? So we start with 10, and wherever it passes on to, it becomes 5. Okay, so let's show the categories first.
The time?
15 seconds per question.
Alright.
So let's do one thing since the time is shorter. Let's finish the question and give 15 seconds for the team to answer. Probably.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So I will ask the question. They have 15 seconds to answer in this case. You're right. So these are the themes. Identify this personality, tools and techniques, and logo round. Right? Tools and techniques, what are the various tools and techniques related to analytics, and logo round is company logos and what they did, right? So shall we go the reverse way this time? Can we start with Team Home?
Yep, sure.
So choose
Tools and techniques.
tools and techniques. Can we have question 1 in that? List at least 5 different tools or techniques that are used for analytical problems in our companies.
Okay. So I would start with the data mining. So we have SAP Data Services for extraction of data. Then we have SAP Information Stewards for profiling of data. And then we have predictive analysis. And then we have SAP Lumira for reporting. And then we have dashboards, SAP dashboards.
Well, I somehow felt, you're really a good SAP employee, I must say. But the tools that are typically used, or techniques that are typically used in data mining for analytical problems in various companies are listed here.
So maybe we have to go with the audience. If somebody in the audience want to take a.
Can we move on to the audience? Great.
Pass? Is it pass?
It's a pass.
No.
Once all 4 do not answer, then we will go to the audience.
Sorry, just
right?
just one point. Like I mentioned the techniques. These are basically the tools. Though it's SAP, but these are tools existing in the market and running flawlessly for data mining techniques.
I'm sure those must be the tools, but that's not the answer we are looking at, right?
Because the question was at least 5 different tools, so that's what I understand. These are also the tools of SAP, which SAP uses for data mining. I understand there are other tools as well in the market. There will be plenty number of tools, but these are also the tools because
These are
In the interest of time.
let's move, because I'm not looking at proprietary tools. I'm looking at techniques that can be used across, right? So I'll come to that. But this is not the correct answer that we are looking at.
But actually I was just pointing out because it was like a generic question.
We got it, my friend.
No problem.
Yeah. It passes. So since we are going the reverse order,
It's collaborative filtering, market basket analysis, or SAS Statistica.
these are fair enough. These are tools that are used, and the techniques that we have listed. I think since we have tools and techniques, so both are getting confused. But we had regression analysis, multinomial regressions, various techniques that are used to do data mining in companies, right? But we hand over because these are also.
I'm sorry to interrupt because actually the question was a bit confusing. Yeah,
So-
these are the predictive algorithms which are being used.
Algorithms which are, or techniques that are used in
Yeah,
data
that's why we
mining
said
in companies.
Yeah,
So which is why I said, when he said, SAS and R and some of those, I gave it to him because the tools stroke techniques has caused the confusion. So we still give that to him.
Okay.
Okay? Next question. So because it was a pass question that they answered, you get the choice here.
I will go for tools and techniques.
Tools and techniques.
Okay. It looks like. So this is a visualization here. The legend is given there on the side. The question that we have is, what can be said about Sachin and Virender Sehwag over here?
So they have more than strike rate of 110, and they have scored most number of runs.
So basically, what are you interpreting here?
So their total number of runs and the strike rate.
Okay. Okay. So basically, Sachin Tendulkar has the highest is the highest scorer with a strike rate of 110 runs.
And also Virender Sehwag has more than strike rate of
Right.
110.
We move to energy.